Good morning. Well, we haven't been on for a while, so did you miss us? Well, you probably didn't. But anyways, as always, let's start our day off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America,
And to the republic,
for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible.
with liberty and justice for all.
Today is Friday, December 1st, and I'm here to bring you the latest updates and upcoming events in this edition of Fruitville Middle School's morning announcements. I'm Ricky, in case any of you have forgotten. First up, let's talk about lunch. Today's menu includes pepperoni and fresh vegetable top pizza slice or a fresh green salad with ranch dressing. You can also enjoy some fresh nectarines and apples. So make sure to fuel up during lunchtime. Oh, and don't forget to clean up after yourselves. Remember, our custodians are here to help us keep JMS clean. They're not here to do it for us. Can you believe that it's already December? Well, believe it. That means in the next couple of weeks, we're going to wrap up the first semester of the school year. We get to hear about our awesome choir sing for us, and we even have a day off. Now, if you have bad grades, it may be too late to bring them up, but you never know. Ask your teachers today, and maybe, just maybe, you still have a chance. But don't wait. Well, do you like to travel? Have you ever dreamed of seeing the world? If this sounds like fun to you, then you should sign up for one in the incredible trips that Mr. Hawkmonkey takes with the students every year. During spring break of 2024, which is coming up fast, by the way, he is going to visit Boston, New York, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. He has been on this trip a bunch of times and tells us that it's a really cool experience for the kids that go with him. Or maybe you want to do something bigger. Sign up to go to Portugal and Spain during spring break of 2025. Mr. Hawkmonkey has been to Spain and has even taken his students there before and says that they had the time of their lives. From visiting the beach to wandering down Las Ramblas in Barcelona, Mr. Hawkmonkey says there is nothing quite like it. Want to learn more? See Mr. Hawkmonkey today, and he'll tell you about all about the amazing trips he could be part of his amazing trips. As we mentioned before, there is no school on Friday, December 15th, except for the teachers, which sucks. But students, enjoy your day off, then immediately enjoy your 3 weeks away from school. Spend time with your family, get some work done at home, and maybe even take up a new hobby. When you come back in January, be ready to finish up our school year strong and expect lots of changes. As you know, our 300 building is almost finished. Yay, but the 200 building is going to be under construction, which sucks. When we return in January, expect lots of teachers to be in new classrooms and lots of spaces open, while some new spaces will be closed. Or maybe just don't think about it until then. Have you ever wondered why we say happy birthday or happy New Year's, but say Merry Christmas? Well, it may be because of one story.
In 1843, one of the most famous stories in Western civilization was written. Now, it would become a beloved tale of Christmas, a tale of virtue and goodwill, and a spooky ghost story that mixed elements of ancient myth with the modern society of industrial England. To this day, families across the West, including my own, have included this timeless Christmas tale as part of their Yuletide celebrations. The story is called A Christmas Carol, described by its author as, in prose, a ghost story of Christmas. The author was British novelist Charles Dickens. Though he is most famously remembered for his Yuletide yarn about Ebenezer Scrooge's ghostly adventure one Christmas Eve, Dickens was actually a brilliant English author who helped define the 19th century Victorian literary landscape. His works also include Great Expectations, The Old Curiosity Shop, and the famous Oliver Twist. Dickens lived from 1812 to 1870, and his most famous work, coming almost directly in the middle of his life, was his 1843 classic holiday tale, A Christmas Carol. You probably know the story very well, but just to summarize here, like most of Dickens' tales, London is the setting for this story, which tells of an old wealthy miser named Ebenezer Scrooge, a man whose love for his riches has turned his heart cold towards his fellow man, most personally for his poor clerk Bob Cratchit and his struggling family. Well, one Christmas Eve, Scrooge is haunted by the ghost of his 7 years dead business partner Jacob Marley, who warns him of an eternity of suffering if he does not change his ways. His one chance at hope is a triple visitation from the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future, who open Scrooge's eyes to the joy of giving. In the final act, Scrooge wakes up on Christmas morning a changed man, and he lives out his days in joyous generosity, sharing a heartwarming catchphrase with his new closest companion, little Tiny Tim, the infirm son of Bob Cratchit, "God bless us, everyone." Well, A Christmas Carol was, interestingly enough, written by Dickens in a time in his life when he actually needed money. The profits from the book helped him pay off his debts, and it became a holiday classic. Now, historians argue that it was A Christmas Carol that catapulted the famous Western greeting "Merry Christmas" into the English vernacular. Although the English-speaking world had been using this Christmas greeting on and off since the late Middle Ages, it was the Dickens classic that made this phrase core to the Christmas traditions in the English-speaking world. Though Dickens writes from a heavily Christian-influenced worldview, his own religious convictions were something of a mystery, actually. He maintained certain universalist beliefs and at times even allegedly argued that the Bible was not the inspired Word of God. Still, this does not take away from the crown jewel of his Christmas classic, where, during the second act, Bob Cratchit speaks to his wife about little Tiny Tim, saying that the boy hoped that others would see him in church to encourage them to think about the one whom Christmas is all about. The one, as Dickens says, who made lame beggars walk and blind men see. Thanks for joining me once again for a moment in history.
And finally, even though the week of kindness has passed, we here at JMS TV I feel like it's always a good time to spread some kindness. Next week, our school district is going to give out food to those people that need it the most. Well, food drive. I did not know about it. It's just in the script. As you know, food and clothes and toys have become much more expensive that past several years. And there are many people right here in our community that could use a little extra helping hand. And that's where you come in. We need donations this weekend. We want you, yes, all of you, to go home and clean out your closets, clean out your kitchen cabinets. You can make a difference this holiday season by bringing out school you're used to, but it's still in good shape. Clothes and toys, bring in some canned food or a box of cereal. Anything helps. Please bring your donations to school and give them to your advisor teachers. And of course, make sure that you bring items that are in good shape or good food. If you wouldn't wear it or play with it or eat it, neither will anyone else. So have questions, see any of your teachers today. Well, that's all for today's announcements at Hurba Middle School. Stay engaged, stay focused, and most importantly, stay safe. And maybe spread a little kindness today. We'll be back next week with more exciting updates for you, and have a fantastic weekend. Oh yeah, and here's the...
My name's Oscar. Lunch detention is so boring. Like, they don't even feed you there. Like, you have to sit there in a cardboard box in a corner. Like, the teacher is so mean. She makes you do a lot of work, but you can't even work. And you're just there for so long, wasting your time in lunch detention when you could be out with your friends. But you decide to be late or do something else to be happy in lunch detention. It's like the most boringest minutes of your life. And I've experienced it, and I don't like it. And I don't wish for you guys to go in it either. It's just like, no one wants to be there. You're just there alone, by yourself. And you have to sit in the cardboard box, like if it's your little doghouse. They don't even bring you lunch. I don't know why it's called lunch detention when there's no lunch involved. And then the teacher, don't even get me started on the teacher. You have to write essays and essays this stacked long. But they don't even let you do your work, So lunch detention is very boring. Don't get in it. Just go to class on time and be good in school.